Welcome back to the Tea Girl podcast. I am Lady Gaga, and then this is...
I'm Ariana. Yeah.
Rain on me, tsunami.
Hands up to the sky.
I'm about to fly.
But we're also giving Dominatrix.
Yeah, we are giving S&M. We are giving
Rihanna. She's pregnant again.
Oh yeah, she is pregnant. We are giving stepping on old guys for lots of money and then spitting on them and making fun of their tiny wieners.
We're giving we get pulled over and we arrest them.
Amen. So, what's up? How have you been?
So lovely.
I know. I love this.
Who loves it?
You look so cute.
You look so cute. I'm feeling leathery.
I know. I am too. I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting the Dom vibe. I just want to literally spit on someone. Yeah. Anyways, so but we went and we are also drinking in the podcast, so drink responsibly. I'll have to put a warning in this bitch. But
disclaimer inserted here.
Yeah, but we have a little video of us taking a trip to the liquor store. I'll insert it now.
Yeah, we do. It was a lot of fun at the grocery store.
Yeah, it was so much fun. That's some good shit.
It's delicious. We did put a blue popsicle in these because we didn't have any ice. So.
Yeah, the ice ran out. We were just too hot.
It's too hot.
We left it out on the counter.
We did.
But so any perverts since last time I saw you?
I'm the dude with a sister.
Okay. Tell them.
So I had this guy hit me up and he's like, "You're so gorgeous, the prettiest girl I've seen. I'm actually so nervous to even contact you." And I was like, "I'm just a regular gal. I don't need to be nervous."
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you're just so pretty. I'd love to hang out with you. We should go out on a date." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that would be so much fun. Let's do that." And I start looking on his Facebook, and I'm on FaceTime with Babe, and she's looking too. And we notice he's got some pictures with this girl, and we're like, "Oh my god, is that his girlfriend? Is he a cheater?" No.
It was giving wife energy, to be honest. I was like, "Oh, this must be his wife or something." There were so many photos.
So many photos, and turns out it's his sister.
Fuck.
And I kid you not, they're literally on a boat, and she's in a bikini on his lap, hand on crotch.
Yeah, literally grabbing his penis.
On there. And his mom comments and is like, "Love my sweet baby."
Yeah, because we were like, maybe this isn't her.
Yeah,
and then
maybe
literally
this isn't his
the
sister.
Mom comments, "I love both of my kids."
It was disgusting. I was like, "What is going on here?" So I texted him and I was like, "You and your sister are giving flowers in the attic."
Oh, I'm dead. Wait, read his reply. Read it live.
He just said "what" with 2 question marks. And I left him on open because I don't feel like I need to explain.
Yeah, look at
when your sister has her hand on your dick, I don't feel like I need to explain to you how that's giving flowers in the attic.
That is weird. That is so weird.
It was so weird. Safe to say I did not go out with him.
He did have a nice car, though.
He had a nice car and a nice body. So kind of a bummer. But, there's always got to be something weird with somebody.
It comes and it goes.
Yeah, and he comes and his sister. And his mom watches.
I'm saying his mom watches.
You're doing a great job, sweetie.
And supports it.
It was so gross.
So, in drama news, I was telling you, oh my gosh, I keep hitting this. I feel like I need to hold this, actually, because I keep hitting it.
Ooh!
But, did you get a kickback of tequila?
Oh my goodness.
So, to Albert Einstein.
Oh, yeah.
If you're watching
Albie baby, if you're watching.
The guy that was selling us stuff at the liquor store.
Yeah.
We loves you.
We loves you. You're hot. And I will suck you off behind the Kroger.
Yeah. And thank you for staring at my IG for 20 minutes.
That was really lovely.
He was like, "Oh, did your dog take a bite out of this?"
And I said, "No, I did." It was me. So funny.
Yeah.
He did. He was questioning everything. I was like, "Dude, just give us the liquor. I promise we're old enough. We just are dumb."
Yeah, we are just men. Never mind. I don't think I can make that joke.
It was so funny. I went in there and I was like, "Where's the drugs at? Where's the drinks at?" It's like, "Where's it at? I want to get drunk." And this dude's face is like,
"Where's the party?"
No, he did ask us where the
He
party
did.
was.
He was like, and we were like, we are
We
the
are
party,
the party.
bitch.
And he's like, but seriously, where are you going? He wanted to come to the party. You already know.
He did want to. He wouldn't even have to dress up. He pulled off the perfect Albert Einstein.
He looked like he had like failed an invention like 5
You
minutes before
failed
selling
an
us liquor.
invention. Anyways, so in gossip news, so in literal gossip news, look up here, let me see your phone so I can look it up.
Yeah, these gloves. Ah! These gloves don't.
Do you have any internet gossip that you've heard about?
Oh, just Rihanna being pregnant when this bitch is supposed to give us a new album.
Oh, I know. That
I'm like,
annoys
you
me.
have one more baby, girly. I'm
Wait, hang on.
serious.
Anyways, I wish I could find it. So basically, Jeffree Star on a live, he like turns like the phone around and then he like smells like he's doing coke. Like you hear him go, and then he goes like afterwards, and it's like, what the hell?
What if he just has boogies?
It was very incriminating. I have to show you the video. It like broke the internet. Everyone was like, oh my god.
Yeah, if you find it, you have to send it to me.
Yeah, I will. I'll just have to send it to you because I can't find it. That's so lame. I'll insert it in the podcast. So, I mean, would that even be surprising if he did, though?
No.
He's so controversial, it wouldn't even matter. Wait.
To go do a shot.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a brief intermission. We will be severely more drunk by the time we get back. If we are able to walk.
Why, you want to touch it again?
Stop, bitch. That was an accident. All right, okay, hang on. I gotta sit down and get comfortable and put this knife in. Okay. So, yeah.
We got distracted.
We are actually highly intoxicated.
What is tequila? We are.
Yeah, we are. Happy Halloween, motherfuckers.
Happy Hallowissies.
Happy Hallowissies.
I can't even drink. I'm so funny.
So we are gonna get right into the motherfucking news, bitch. We have the Am I the Fucking Asshole?
And guess what? We both have assholes, so we know.
Yeah, and they're pinkety drinkety.
Pinkety drinkities.
They're pink. Okay, hang on.
Do you want me to read this one?
Do you want to read this one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, read it.
Oh, wait, you have two, don't you?
No. So this is just the first one. I'm going to save the second one for later.
Ahem.
Bitch. Sorry.
I know I'm sexy.
Don't
just text me.
We have to do that TikTok for our TikTok account.
We should.
Yeah,
follow us on TikTok.
Yeah, follow us on fucking TikTok at the T-Girl motherfucking podcast, bitch.
Freaking losers.
Losers, period.
So, am I the asshole for making my daughter return a Halloween costume? Period. This happened in October and my daughter is still acting cold and hardly speaking to me. My daughter works an after-school job 5 days a week. Her high school had a costume contest for Halloween. My daughter and her friends planned a group costume to enter.
This isn't for this one.
She went with her friends after school to buy costumes. I picked her and her friend up from the store and they showed me their costumes. My daughter spent $80 on hers. I was pissed. That's a lot of money to spend on something you're going to wear for a few hours. Very irresponsible use of money. I told her as I learn how to spell. I told her in the car that it was ridiculous. I dropped her friends off and took her back to the store to return the costume and accessories. Her friends found someone else to take her place in the group, and they won the contest and a $100 Visa gift card to split. My daughter came home from school on Halloween upset. She claimed she had to sit and watch while her friends had fun, and she missed out on everything. I pointed out to her after splitting the gift card, it would be way less since she spent on the costume. It was only a few hours, but she didn't want to listen to reason. Now, a month later, and she is still moody and mostly ignoring me. My ex-husband told me I made her miss out, and she works so much, and she missed out on a lot of stuff with her friends. And I could have let her have this, but at the end of the day, I saved her $80. I'm trying to teach my daughter how to be responsible with money. She could have gotten a cheap costume, especially since she would have only worn it for a few hours. She's the asshole.
Yeah, she's totally the asshole.
No, because when I used to get so frustrated with this, like
Yeah.
I've worked since I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
Like worked. I mean, like I was working at McDonald's, like worked all the shitty jobs. Like I was working. And to think that you're that young and you're not allowed to spend money on the things that you want to, like it's of course important to instill like a sense of responsibility. Like obviously when they start driving, I think it's right that they pay for their gas and like they pay for their insurance.
Absolutely, yeah.
But like you are not supposed to be paying all your money towards bills and shit. You are a child. Your parents should be paying for the bills. Like you're supposed to be having fun. You're supposed to be like enjoying life and buying Halloween costumes and spending time with your friends. Like that is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. What? No, I swear I didn't. I was gonna read the second one. Should we read them back to back, or should I wait to read the second one?
I already started reviewing this one, so we should wait.
Okay.
And then we'll read that one.
What?
Yeah, she's definitely the asshole because you should have just let your daughter spend the money on the Halloween costume because the memories she would have made with her friends would have been worth so much more than the complaints that you made about the $80 fucking. And also, if you were worried about the money, you could have told her like, "Hey, can we like, what's the costume you want to wear? Let's figure out if we can find pieces, but for cheaper." Because she could have been she could have been like, "I want to be Wonder Woman," and you could have been like, "Okay, let's not buy the pre-made costume. Like, let's see what we can find to piece it together. But I want you to have fun with your friends."
She was just being a Karen. It was just
she was,
Karen.
and it's
it
like
was a total
it's
Karen.
like I'm sorry, your daughter is literally what was it in the 8th grade?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, your daughter's in the 8th grade, so she's like 13 years old. Like your daughter is not worried about spending the money. Like she wants to have fun with her friends. Don't ruin that for her because you did take away like a fundamental experience.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, so, absolutely. She did.
You're a fucking bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking.
You are the
bitch.
Asshole, and you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah, I hope that you're watching.
Do you see this pumpkin? That's for you.
Period. I'm so dead.
We're drunk.
We're so drunk.
Oh my god, I'm so intoxicated.
Oh my fucking god, DUI.
Driving under iconic.
Amen, bitch. We are iconic. So, anyways, so do you want to try our new segment? Bussin' or disgustin', where we try all the new TikTok like food hacks, like
the little snackies.
Yeah, the little snackies that you guys put on TikTok, and you guys are like, "Oh my god, this is so fucking good." That's literally what. So, like, when we get on TikTok and on our For You page, if we get something and it's like, "This is so yummy, you guys have to try it," we are literally gonna try it. So, this is now our new segment, but we're gonna do this every podcast, where we try the foods that you guys like.
Yeah, and you know that we'll be honest because when are we not, bitches?
Yeah, exactly. We're honest all the time. No matter what, no matter who they are, no matter how much money we're getting paid, we're going to be honest through and fucking through. So our first...
preface, I don't get paid if you'd like to Venmo me.
Yeah. If you would want to sponsor our actual podcast, though, I have the email down in the description. So shoot us an email if you're a company and wanting to be sponsored. We do get some viewage, but yeah, so just let us know. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and we're fucking sexy, bitch. So the bussin' or disgusting. So this snack hack is the fruit roll up and ice cream. This has been all over my For You page. Have you heard of it before?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I totally have too. So I'm gonna bring it out and we are gonna try it and let you guys know what we think.
They look like crab rangoons.
Oh, do they really?
Oh, I love crab rangoons. We should get some of those.
Yeah, we should. Next episode, we'll be reviewing crab rangoons. I'm so allergic to crab. It's not even funny.
Yeah, so I gave her crabs and she almost died.
Yeah, she gave me crabs.
Oh, so
okay,
sticky.
So these are fruit roll up and vanilla bean ice cream snack hack from TikTok.
Why is it crunchy? It's sticking in my glove.
Oh my god.
That's so good.
I thought it was gonna be sick, kind of.
It's so good.
Oh my god, this is a good first one.
It's like frozen. It's giving it like a crunchy exterior. I have a crunchy exterior.
This is really good.
The bacon is wearing off.
TikTok, I'm trusting you with my life right now. Is it because we're drunk though?
I don't know, maybe. You could put a turd in this and I think it was good.
Stop.
Albert Einstein, if you're watching, this bite is for you.
Yeah. This is actually really fucking good. Like, other than me being drunk, this is really good.
It's like sweet, citrusy, crunchy. This is what my cum tastes like.
TikTok
message me and find out.
TikTok did us right.
It was so sticky.
Stop. I'm done.
I'm so sticky.
I think that passes for busting or disgusting.
It made my pussy bust wide open.
That was good. Thank you, TikTok. We'll be trying more.
Albert Einstein. That's for you.
That's for you. If you guys have
the tequila's for me. Amen.
If you guys have any more snack ideas, please let us know because we will try them on the podcast. So if you guys have any snacks, any food hacks, anything, GM us on the Tea Girl Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. We will answer you and we will feature you on the podcast.
Yeah, and seriously, like send your Halloween costumes. Like tell us what you're wearing for Halloween. Tell us your favorite snacks.
Anything. We want to do a viewer submission.
Absolutely. Like if you want us to see your iconic outfits, send it in because we love an iconic outfit.
Yeah, we obviously. Do. Yeah. And we love you guys, so just hit us up and you guys will be on the podcast.
Absolutely. That was so good.
Hi. What's up, bitches?
The edits are gonna be crazy.
They're literally gonna be psychotic. I hope we have an hour of footage.
We're drunk.
So anyways, we're gonna talk about scary things. Sleep paralysis.
The things that haunt me in my waking night.
Ooh. So what's your sleep paralysis story?
Why did I just make like a squeaky toy noise?
I don't know, but it was hot.
Okay, so ghost zoning in.
Yeah,
spooky
ghost
season.
Spooky, Halloween.
Hallowussies.
Hallowussy, Hallowpussy, everything.
I have a hollow pussy, come find out.
Come find out.
So my worst experience with sleep paralysis, and so I lived with my grandparents like several years of my life, like growing up, like intermittently, and then from like 16 until 20, like I lived with my grandparents, and their house is haunted. Okay, like let me tell you, like lights be flickering, things be moving, like you hear noises. Ew, like really? Tapping on the wall. Yeah, my grandma's like my great grandpa, he died there in the recliner.
Ooh.
In the fucking house, literally. And I'd be like, this place is haunted. They're like, you're so dramatic, Rebecca, seriously stop. And I'm like, I'm not dramatic, this place is haunted. But one night I woke up and I swear I felt something behind me, like so seriously.
No, stop, I'm scared.
I did. I literally woke up in the middle of the night, like I mean jolted awake, like something seriously primal. And I felt something behind me and I tried to turn my head and something takes my head and shoves it down like this.
Oh my god, and I'm so scared.
Physically cannot move. Like I'm not even kidding. I'm like trying.
You're just so scared.
I'm trying to turn.
Or like sleeping.
It's
like
holding.
You're
me.
like I'm paralyzed.
Yes, like I'm trying to turn my head and something is pushing me down into the pillow. Like I physically can't move. So I like stop resisting and I just lay there. And I lay there and I lay there.
What did it do?
And I'm so scared. Well, like eventually this feeling like goes away and I kind of turn around and my cat, when I turn around, was staring exactly where I felt that thing, like pushing me.
Ooh,
My
that's so
cat is sitting there
spooky. Oh
staring,
my god,
like it won't move.
that's giving me
It
tingles.
scared me so bad that I literally got up and I went to my sister's room and I'm like, dude, something's going on. Like, the ghost is freaking out. Like, seriously, like, I'm so scared. I was like, I'm gonna sleep in the living room. Like, please come out there with me. Like, I'm freaking out.
Aww.
Well, I go out in the living room and I'm waiting on her. And it's only been like 5 minutes. And she comes out and she goes, what just happened? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, dead seriously, like, I tried to come out here and I was laying in my bed, something hovered over me, and I tried to leave and it held a pillow over my head. I was like, what?
Ooh, that is so
And
spooky.
she goes, I busted away and I literally crawled out here and I saw you and I tried to get out here and I don't even know what happened after that. I said, you never crawled out here. I
Oh
never
my
saw
god,
you.
that is so
Literally
scary.
terrifying.
Oh, that is
So, and
so
this is all
scary.
in one night. Like, this is a segment of experiences in one
Ooh.
night. And I was like, no, that like never happened. Like, I literally was sitting here the whole time awake. It's only been like 5 minutes. Like, that didn't happen. And she was like, it was so real. So we both slept
Ew.
out there, and I was going to college at the time, and I had emailed my professor like, I'm not coming to class tomorrow. The demons have got me. So this is funny. Okay, because like anybody who knows me knows like I'm a really funny person and I just like
Yeah.
kind of make a light out of a lot of
So
situations.
the
So my
demons have got me.
professors knew me like that too. Like I would just come to like I was literally like the light of the class. Like I was just always bringing the jokes. And this was my chemistry professor and he was like, what the hell? So I come to class like a couple days later. I think my classes were like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, I come to class the next day and he's like, so do you care to like elaborate on what happened? I was like, no, genuinely, like no joke, like straight up the demons got me. But as a joke, lol, I'm here. Sorry for the freaky email.
I'm so
But he
done.
did. I was like, I'm not a liar. Like, even if I call off work or something, I'll be like, so I just don't feel like working today.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay. Like, I've never been one of those people that's like, I'm sick when I'm not actually sick. And same with school.
Mhm.
Like, if I'm missing a class, like, I'll tell you the exact reason why.
Yeah.
Like, if it's because I wanted to go see The Nun 2 in movie theaters, I'm texting you that. Like, I don't
Love
care.
that.
Like, honesty through and through. Like, my time is my time. I spend it how I want to.
Yeah.
And I spend it how I see fit. So he was like, I've never been emailed that in my entire life. Like,
I'm so done.
but it was so true. I was terrified. I couldn't sleep. My sister and I stayed up the whole night. We were petrified. Like the fact that we both had back to back like experiences like this where we were held down and we couldn't move was terrifying.
Ew, that is so scary.
It was so scary.
So I don't have like a sleep paralysis like story, but I have like a nightmare that was like honestly terrifying that like I think about all the time. So in my nightmare,
Share it.
I literally had woken up. Like I fell asleep, but I had woke up in like the nightmare or whatever, and I was in an apartment in New York City, and I was like getting ready. I must have had to work or something in the dream. So I was like getting ready to like go to work or whatever, and I went to go out the door and it was locked. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I like couldn't escape. And then it must have been went by like an hour or two in the dream or something. And I was still like trying to get out, but I could not get out of the apartment. And I was like freaking out. So I took like a chair and like threw it at the window in the apartment.
Yeah.
And the window didn't break, but the chair did. But as I'm like doing this, there's like a fireplace in the middle and there's a painting above the fireplace. And the painting was getting more and more evil.
Oh.
Like every time I tried to
No.
escape, it was like turning like more demonic. It was like it started as like a family like sitting all petitely, like my family, I'm assuming. And then they started turning into like demons, and then like their flesh was burnt off, and then like there's like tons of blood all over the painting and stuff.
Oh my god.
And then this thing started like crawling out of the fireplace underneath of it, like this burnt monster. And it was like crawling out of the fireplace. And I was like trying to open the door. I was like clawing at the door and stuff, like trying to get out. And this thing was like crawling closer to me in the dream. And it was just this monster, like this burn up monster crawling out of the fireplace and like crawling towards me. And I was screaming. And then I remember waking up and then I was like screaming and like drenched with sweat. It was such a scary dream.
That is freaking terrifying.
I'll never forget that dream. It was so scary.
Have you ever had like reoccurring ones? I used to have one when I was a kid.
Really? What was your
Yeah.
reoccurring one?
So I was only like You know, like when you have a house and like there's smells as an adult and it
Oh
brings you back
yeah.
to that memory. Like I moved a lot growing up. Like I was never in like a stable place.
Hmm.
Well, I lived in this house in Shelby, Ohio, and
I remember.
there was like
I remember Shelby.
the people remember.
Oh yeah, you can't
Um,
forget.
no, but there was this room, like a positive memory. Like there was this room that my mom used to paint in, and the walls were green, and it always smelled like
Hmm.
paint. But I used to have this nightmare there, and I would fall asleep, and there was this magician. This is really weird because
Ooh.
like I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like I was young, like to the
Hmm.
point where like things shouldn't stick with me and things shouldn't like remain in my brain like that, like dreams
Yeah.
and memories and things, like they should be very faint at that point.
Yeah.
But I had this recurring nightmare so many times that I remember it to this day, and it was a magician. Like I don't even know what a magician was back then, so like this is crazy. And he basically was like, select this thing and it's like your fate. And there were these little like monster things. They were creepy, kind of like gremlin little things, I don't even
Oh.
know. And I like picked this, basically this card, and he's like we've killed your entire family.
Ooh.
And
Oh, I
so
dropped
I'm
my
in
mic.
this house, and this house was always cold. I just remember it always be cold.
Hmm.
Like even like waking actively being there was always cold. My parents probably didn't pay the electric, to be honest, but so it
I'm dead.
probably was cold.
Same.
So it
Same.
probably was cold.
Yeah.
But
I'm so dead. No,
but I
same.
remember it being so cold and everything was empty. Like there were beds, but nobody was there, and there was like almost like familiarity, but nothing felt real. And
Yeah.
I was like literally living this life where they were like, "We've killed your family, and like we're killing you
Ooh.
next."
Oh
And
my
I
God, that's
I
so
remember this
spooky.
magician. I remember these like monsters and what they look like to this day. And I had this nightmare recurring for years
Yeah.
and years and years. It
Oh
would
my
pop up,
God.
and it was so scary. I have no idea why I had it. And at the age of like 4 years old, why I would imagine a magician and like these monsters,
Yeah.
like that was so specific and so surreal that it's
Yeah.
crazy that I still like retain that. Because it's like,
Ooh,
why would I have
yeah.
thought that? Like, what was going on? But it was so scary, and it still like haunts me.
So, what is like your biggest fear or whatever?
Like realistic or unrealistic? Do you
Like
want both?
realistic, like what scares you? Like what are the like what's your biggest fear?
Like genuinely, I'm terrified of
Yeah.
spiders.
Are you really? And that's like
I'm like
your
arachnophobia for real. Like snakes, I don't mind because they don't have any legs. But to be
yeah.
honest, 8 legs is too many.
Ew, God,
It's
yeah.
too many
Spiders.
legs. You can do
I'm
way too much.
spiders do scare me too.
Spiders, if you're watching, get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck out of my
I
house.
literally hate you.
I had a spider bite me in between the tits. Oh, it
Oh,
hurt so
I had
bad.
a spider bite and it gave me a bloodstream infection. I ended
Ew,
up getting
really?
like boils on my
MRSA?
skin. My sister at MRSA.
My,
I was
yeah, no, my brother
close.
got MRSA from a spider bite.
I literally had like I have scars like here and here, and on the back of my leg, the back of this, like I have a dent in my leg from the spider
From the
bite,
spider bite.
and it literally gave me like a bloodstream infection, and I had these
Ooh.
sores with like pus. It was disgusting,
Oh,
really
my brother
gross.
had that too.
It
He
was
had his
disgusting.
lance, and they had to like squirt like the nastiness out.
Yes, I had to do that. It's
So,
disgusting.
anyways, so with my biggest fear, have you ever heard of megalophobia?
Mm-mm.
It's like where like a human being is scared of like man-made things, but they were like really big and they like freak you out, like of like a boat propeller or like a skyscraper or like not the ocean, but the ocean has something to do with it. You've never seen
Weird.
that?
No, but that's so specific. But
Yeah,
boat
look
propel.
up.
And if you have tryptophobia, get over it. It's just a hole.
So this is megalophobia.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Ew, I hate that. Ew, I can't do this.
No way. Oh my god, that was a foot.
Phobia test.
Oh.
You've given it to me. Oh my god, it's contagious. It's contagious.
This.
Wait, so like the size of a person
The
compared to like a whale would like really freak
Yeah.
you out?
Oh yeah. Oh man, I would cry. Oh my god, stop. Ooh, stop. I can't
Oh my
do
god, they're
this.
moving.
Look how big it is. And not knowing what's like underneath. Ew. Oh my god, I can't.
Jump scare.
I can't do this. I feel like this one's gonna be so bad. Look at the point.
Does that really scare you?
Yeah.
It doesn't scare me. But I'm like a huge like ocean fanatic.
Ew, I can't even watch this. I cannot watch this. Oh my god, I can't watch this.
This video is crazy.
I had to save it, so send it to me and save
Okay.
it so I can add it.
Okay.
And add it.
I can ah! Jump scare.
So that's a megalophobia.
Oh my god. It's giving Hallowissies.
Yeah, and I'm scared of the ocean too. So have you've been to the ocean, haven't you, or have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of times.
I get waist deep and I come back. I can't
I
go.
literally swim. My brother and I swim all the way out there. We get on sand. Why did I forget the term? I'm drunk, guys,
a
sorry.
sandbar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to say sand shore, but I knew that wasn't it.
Yeah,
Sandbar.
no, sandbar.
We'll go all the way out. My brother's been stung by a jellyfish twice. I've literally
been stung by a jellyfish too.
I've swam next to stingrays, dolphins, like just out in the ocean.
Sorry, I just didn't feel like going out there and getting another drink.
I'm a slow drinker, so that's fine.
But no, I can't do that. I get waist deep in the water. And
I was actually
I was
in college to be a marine biologist.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I was. That's what my like degree was in. So yeah,
that's so cool. That makes me think of SpongeBob.
Please don't cringe at me on this app, people.
Yeah, no, that's so cool.
I work a really mundane job.
So what is like, since we're on the theme of like Halloween, what's like your favorite scary movie?
Oh my
Scream?
god. That is such a good question. I love The Conjuring, the first one. Like based
so
on
good.
When they smack me with the based on a true story, I'm like,
yeah, I watched it. Me and Alec actually went back because I was like, The Conjuring, there were so many, I hate them, blah blah blah. But me and Alec went back and watched like the first two or whatever. The main Conjuring universe, like the main ones with the Ed and Lorraine like storylines, even the devil, whatever. Those are so good.
good.
Go back and watch those. Like if you are like me and you're like, those are so shitty. They made so many of them. They're not very good. The only reason you don't think they're any good is because you were like me and you went and watched The Nun and The Nun sucked. Go back and watch the original two, like the first two.
So good.
They are really good.
My favorite is...
They are worth the whole like uproar in the horror community. Like they're so good.
So good. My favorite, like actually one of my comfort movies is like the new versions of it, like chapter 1 and chapter 2.
Yeah, those are really good. The second one's like kind of funny. I like the comedic aspects of like the one character.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are my favorite probably horror movies.
Yeah,
I watch them, but I watch them all the time. Like probably once a week, I swear I'm watching like it chapter 1 and 2. I do love the original.
Since I have not seen
the original's crazy though. It's almost hard for me to watch because like they use like the hard R and like a lot of slang terms that were like accepted. Yes, they do say that. And there's a lot of things that they say that like you can't say now, but even watching it like now makes me so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But the original actors and like the plot line was so good, and the fact that this movie was like 3 hours long was insane. The fact that the clown turned into a spider.
Yeah.
Two of my biggest fears.
I'm trans,
clowns
by the way.
Spiders.
So like when I say faggot, I'm trans. Like I was a gay guy for many years.
She's allowed.
Yeah. I get the pass, bitch.
But yeah, it was, the original is so good. The cast was amazing, and honestly, the plot line was good. Like it was a fantastic horror movie for that time. But I do think that there was things that like watching today are like hard to like be like, this is not okay. Like
Yeah.
watching it makes me pissed off because I'm like, you can't say shit like
See,
that.
okay, so like me, I cannot watch like new horror movies because they actually do kind of scare me. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm really scared. But my favorite horror movie is like Friday the 13th Part 6 from like
Part 6.
1980 whatever.
The sixth one, really? The first one is so good though.
The first
The
one is
first one
good,
and the
but
third one,
yeah,
I love.
yeah, those are classic. But the sixth one, because it's
I
kind
need to
of
rewatch that one. I can't remember that
the
one.
sixth one, we can go watch it after this.
I would love that.
But the sixth one, it's like self-aware, like Scream. It's like so good. Like it's called Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason Lives. Mwah, chef's kiss. It's like the perfect blueprint to Scream. I love that movie. It's like old time. Yeah, we gotta watch it after this. It's like old time monster movie meets Jason, like Frankenstein,
Ooh,
but they make it
I
Jason.
love that.
So good. Love that movie. I will always praise that movie. A lot of people like the fourth one because that's like traditional Jason, like from the first couple.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
how you like part 3. That's why
Mhm.
people like part 4.
The first 4 in the movie pack bundle, iconic.
Oh,
Iconic.
simply
Simply
iconic.
iconic.
Jason
Simply
Jason is
iconic.
my favorite slasher. I don't care. The only reason why Jason is my favorite slasher is because in Scream, the slashers are different. Halloween, it kind of bores me after the first one. The first one was actually the second one's my favorite. But
Halloween gets so hyped though, and honestly,
does
I
get-
just rewatched it like literally this past week with my grandma, and I'm sitting there like I'm so bored.
yeah, no,
It's like not that
so,
good.
Halloween is he only kills once a year, like on Halloween. Bullshit.
And like the fact that he like killed his sister and he can't let it go.
Yeah.
Like get over it. You're being
Yeah.
weirdo.
Jason is the superior killer. And
Absolutely.
The only reason I hate Freddy is he's a child molester. I don't
Ew,
like.
it's like Chucky.
Child predator. Yeah.
Chucky
no.
was a pedo.
Yeah, no.
And he
I'm
literally
good.
died a pedo and was resurrected in the life of a fucking doll.
Yeah, I'm good.
And then was placed specifically with children. It's so disgusting.
Yeah, Jason, he was killed by camp counselors that were out fucking. It's like I'm a young adult, so I understand the whole Jason thing because I would totally be the counselor out fucking while he was drunk.
If I was at that camp, I'd be having sex too because I'd be so bored there'd be nothing else to do.
Absolutely.
If somebody wants to have sex with me at Camp Crystal Lake here.
Period. Should we be camp counselors next year? The Simple Life?
Yes.
Season 4?
The Simple Life goes to Camp Crystal Lake. Crystal cunts.
Jason.
But also,
I'm done. Not me wanting Alec to wear the Jason mask. But
Crying.
seriously, but like the whole like Jason is by far the most superior slasher. I cannot wait.
I love Scream though, but that changes like every movie.
That's what I mean.
Like it's not like a sustainable character.
That's the only reason because Scream would totally be my number one
if it wasn't like different killers.
If it wasn't different killers, and sometimes they give the killers like such a stupid motive. It fucking pisses me off.
Oh my god, the first one was so good. They lost so much track of that. But also like the Drew Barrymore scandal. They were like Drew Barrymore's like starring in this movie, and she was in it for 5 seconds.
She was in it.
I was like, pull what? No, I said, what a scam for views. But I loved it.
Listen, they did the same thing. I don't know if you watch this because you're an Ari stan.
Get it together.
It's the tequila.
It's the tequila. I really want crab rangoons. We talked about it like an hour ago.
Too.
But I really want some
I'll make some food for us after this. So, anyways, no, the thing is, Ariana Grande in Scream Queens. Did you watch that? She was in like the
loved Scream Queens. Nick Jonas, my celebrity crush. We talked about that.
But Ariana Grande was only in like 3 episodes, and they promoted the fuck out of her.
She got murdered.
She might have been killed in the first episode.
Chanel number 2.
Yeah, no, she literally was like killed right off the bat, and I instantly thought of
Leah
Drew
Michelle,
Barrymore.
and that was crazy.
Oh god, she's a psycho. She's the psycho in real life, though.
Not me watching Funny Girl a couple months ago live on Broadway with Leah Michelle.
I'm dead. No, I seriously.
I went just for her.
I've heard so many horror stories about Leah Michelle.
I have too, but I always I grew up like a big Glee fan, like totally. But
yeah.
She's such an amazing singer and performer and actress that I was like, I don't even care if they said she's racist. I want to watch her on
I
Broadway.
don't care if she's racist.
So I paid
I'm so dead.
So I paid $200.
Were you in the BLM riots or no?
No, I'm just not
Seriously?
about writing. It's like
But
so much work,
yeah,
and I'm too hot to
it
get
is.
punched.
But you
I'm too
so
hot to be
like
mazed.
you would have so been in it though, because like you
Yeah.
love like
I love it too.
I'm not gonna get into it, but you love it.
I love it.
But anyways,
I'm an advocate. I'm a supporter, but also I'm lazy as fuck. Please
Yeah.
don't expect anything from me.
me and Alex Yearsman, my old roommate, we were in BLM. We were literally out in the riots and shit. Yeah.
Why did you guys never invite me? I'm so offended.
Well, it was before you lived in the building. Like it was like a year before, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we were me and Alex were out there, or Alex, we were out there and like, yeah, it was fucking,
Riots!
it was crazy. It was literally crazy. We were in Mansfield and the riot got so big, and the cops, like they all showed up in the riot gear and stuff. And one black guy like threw a stone and they took off. They left. They were like, "We're not even gonna die over this. Like, we're not even fucking with this. Like,
Not
we're
the
leaving."
stoning ages like from the Bible.
Yeah,
They
no.
used to stone hookers. We would have been
Yeah.
stoned.
Oh no, we would have been so stoned and not in the good
Not
way. Yeah, we would have been toast.
We
for
would have
real.
been. Like, no, I'm such a supporter of things, and when I support something, like, people know, but also,
Yeah.
like,
That was such a very like
that was
pivotal
a
point for
crazy
America.
time.
Yeah.
And I was still kind of, like, finding my
Well, the only thing
footings
is,
and things,
I'm not against the police though either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like against the cops.
No.
But obviously,
Like,
there
corruptness is bad from any standing.
Yeah.
Like, from the smallest job to the biggest, most, like
anytime
job,
I
like,
need
it's-
help, I'm calling the cops. You know what
Oh,
I
I've
mean?
called the cops a ton of times. We literally talked about last episode how I've had to call like anonymous 911 calls like several
Yeah.
times. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like,
it's
I love the
definitely
police.
yes.
I've been a good girl officer, but
If I haven't been, you'll tell me, right?
yeah, but but at the same time, like, there obviously is police brutality. Do I think one bad seed is like for all of them? Hell no. But are there bad seeds? Hell
Yes.
yeah. Look at the George Floyd video. Just watch that, and you
That
will
makes me
know.
cry when I watch it.
No, it makes me cry too. I don't like to watch it either. But I'm just saying, like, that goes to show that there are bad people. Like, no matter where you work or what you do for a living, you could be running the country, but there are just bad people.
There are bad people exist everywhere in every job and every title. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes when things aren't as serious or like you're not under such a spotlight, like things can be kind of like
That's the
not as
easiest
big,
for them.
but yeah. But like it is different when you're under like public scrutiny, and I think it's good that we brought awareness to the fact that like people should be looked at in that light because
Yeah, no, absolutely.
you can't just do whatever you want and get away with it because you hold some sort of a title. Like that's not acceptable.
So I'm pro police, but I'm pro BLM. Like, obviously,
Oh,
as
me
in the
too.
riots
Yeah,
and stuff.
absolutely.
I just think the common denominator in that is more training, just weeding out the weak. You know what I mean? Weeding out the racist people.
It's crazy that like it's so little training and education, so little like debriefing. I mean, it's insane. Like the de-escalation is the most important thing. Like, how do I navigate a situation that prevents somebody from hurting themselves, hurting others,
Yeah.
or like me hurting somebody else or hurting
Yeah.
others? You know, what can I do to make this situation better? And it's like there's so much of just skipping that entire section, just going straight into like treating somebody as a criminal. Like people, like mental illness is so heavy.
Oh, it is so prevalent.
And it is
nowadays.
so prevalent, and it is everywhere, and people struggle, and you never know what somebody's going through. And I feel like to immediately treat them as a criminal, it's not right.
No,
you know, people are
absolutely
experiencing
not.
things and going through things, and they may just need help coping. And sometimes people's actions are a cry
I
for
saw
help.
like this video is like totally gonna make me cry, but I saw a video of this officer like pulling over this older guy. He's like older. God, it's like making me tear up right
Oh
now.
no, that's okay.
But the guy was like just crying. He like lost someone, I think, like someone had died, and he was like driving home and he was just crying. And the officer goes, "Do you need a hug?" Oh my! It sent me. It fucking sent me.
Because
when the officer was like, "Do you need a hug?" and hugged him, I just like instantly
did you
started
see
sobbing.
the one of that guy, and he was like literally in his truck, and he's like, I served in the military. I'm having PTSD flashbacks. Like I don't know what to do. and he was literally struggling so much, and the cop literally like hugged him and sat there with him. He was like, people are on their way, we're gonna get you help. Like, it's not even, and it's like, oh, it literally makes me emotional.
Those are the
Because
cops that we need in office.
yes, and it's like sometimes people aren't criminals, are not bad people, and sometimes people do bad things because they need help.
Yeah,
Like,
see,
it's not always like an
all
act
the-
of violence or like malicious intent. And I
Mhm.
understand, like, obviously the importance of like protecting yourself, but your job as a like citizen of the law, the government, like police, fire, or anything, like
yeah,
your job is taking
You're a
care of
public
that
servant.
person. You are a public servant. Like, your job is taking care of that person, whatever they need. So obviously
Yeah.
there's situations where people are just gonna do crazy things, but like most people, they just need a little bit of support, somebody to say it's okay, somebody to
Yeah.
like help them through or get them to their next step. Like, so many people are lost and there's no help for them.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's sad, and it's like you're gonna sit here and treat them like a bad person and like a criminal, but all they're trying to do is say, like, I need you to see me, I need you to understand, like, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Like, people have struggles, and if you can't see that and you don't have that compassion, like, get out of the force.
Get out of the force.
Get out of the
yeah.
force.
Well, luckily, I've only ever met like one bad cop, and that's when I live in Mansfield. Oh God, the Mansfield police, fuck them. But I have met like so many
bad.
better police officers since then, and they are like a blessing. Like every other police officer I've met, like some that are close to me, close to my family and stuff. There are good
I've
cops
met
out
so
there.
many good ones, and I'm such a supporter of police
I
and
am too.
public servants. Like, I think that
Yeah.
if you're working that job, it takes so much out
so
of you.
you're risking your life.
You're risking
You're
everything.
Because there are so many bad people out there. Like, we're talking about the people that need help and stuff, but let's be honest, there are people out there that were fucking evil. Nuts, evil, like fucking will like kill you without a blink of the eye.
I just feel like it's that like quick snap judgment that people have that, you know, like can take a situation that could have been handled into something that like is now nationwide on the news.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
It's crazy. But definitely a big supporter, and I think that the world needs a little extra love, especially in these hard times, like from every end.
With
like
political shit going on right now.
So much extra love is needed, like all around the world. I think that like instead of
love trumps hate,
villainizing
period.
Absolutely, instead of like villainizing each other and like making everything out to be like they did this wrong,
and
or
this isn't coming from because like people that are really far right or whatever. This isn't coming from like a libertarian standpoint. This is just coming from like a
people, yes,
a human standpoint. Like we shouldn't hate each other like that.
No, like
we are not the enemy.
No, we are literally here just all going through it. And I
The
think
same
about like
things.
the things that I've been through just as like one person in this entire planet. Like, they feel so big and so serious to me, but to other people could be so small and so insignificant. But like, you need to be able to look at people and understand like their small thing that might not mean something to you, or their big thing that could mean something. It's all important and it all matters, and people need to feel like the shit they're going through matters and it's relevant.
Like me, like being transgender or whatever, it's like I'm not your enemy. Gay people aren't your enemy. Like, we are not the enemy. Like, we are all humans going through life trying to experience this. The big government and the people that are like making the laws and like taking our tax money and stuff. Not saying they are the enemy, like, period. Like, they're spending the money wrongly. Like, you're against it, I'm against it. They're just trying to push us against each other. Like, transgender people aren't the enemy. Gay people aren't the enemy.
No, and the fact that that's the focus is insane.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
it's like
the wars in Israel right now are crazy.
Yeah,
and like that shit's going on, and they're like, oh my God, but like, did you have an abortion? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, people are dying. People are dying, period. Yeah, no, but seriously, well, we're Americans. Like, we don't, like, people are out there dying. Children are dying. Children are being trafficked. Like, wars are going on. Ukraine. Rape and murder is just rampant right now. But us and Americans, we're just so tone deaf because we've been so suppressed to the horrors and stuff of the world and stuff. And we need to realize our own people, we are not the enemy. Us in America, we need to be together. We need to be stronger than ever because of everything that's happening in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. We really, like, this is a time that it's like, put your petty little bullshit to the side. Because like, I don't care what your religious values are, your political values are. Like, honestly, like, band together, be strong, and put your own
Exactly.
indifferences to the side, because it's not about you. Like, everybody thinks it's
It's
about
not,
them.
and even religiously.
Like, it is not
Like, even
about
if you think of it about a religious standpoint, when people are selfish and stuff, they think of themselves as God. Like, we are not gods. We are not. We need to
No,
serve
we are
other humans.
people of the earth. Like,
yeah,
we
and
are not.
we need to serve like the higher power, and we need to serve each other, because like you support your neighbor as much as you support yourself or your higher power. So like we need to quit villainizing each other, and we need to band together for the greater of society and humanity.
Oh, absolutely.
And quit thinking about these little tiny things.
Right, like things are so minuscule, and when you think about it, at the end of the day, like, was that really that significant? Like, did that hold that much importance?
Did that affect your whole life? Some
didn't.
people are fighting this, and they've never met a transgender person in their
Isn't
life.
that crazy?
That's what gets me.
That's crazy.
There's only 1 million transgender persons in the United States, and there's like 40 million or 40 billion in the United States, and we're worried about 1 million.
Yeah, it's insane, because it's like people don't even open like their thoughts, their minds, like their beliefs and anything, and it's like,
yeah,
like, I don't care what your religious or your political values are, like, be a good freaking person.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like, there is no constraint, no law that blocks off whole communities of people. Like, I don't know one single thing that's just like, yep, nope, they're no good, cut them off. Like, that's not right.
So, like, now that we're talking about like political things and like hot button issues or whatever, okay, so like the Israel Palestine thing, like, what's your like side on it? Or not side. Do you want me to tell mine first?
Yeah, you can go into it. That's fine.
Well, I am not like a lot of people don't know this, but like there's some Jewish people in my family or whatever. And I take sides of both, because I don't think what we're doing to the Palestine people is right at all, like cutting off their food, their supplies, and just bombing them repeatedly, because like we're the United States, so we took the side of Israel. I just think that we should have like a ceasefire, and there should be peace to both sides, because that is a very hot button thing, and the whole Palestine Israel thing, it has been going on for thousands of years. This is not anything new.
Yeah.
This isn't something that happened yesterday where it was like, oh my God, we're fighting over this. No, this has been happening for thousands of years. I just think we should call a ceasefire and try to find a common ground.
I know, it's so hard, because like there's so many things that go into a war, like beyond just like, let's get it together, let's be friends. But I think that the bombings are tragic, and there's innocent lives lost every minute, every day. Like, innocent people are being injured in this war beyond like anybody's reaches, and it's too much. Like, it's the same thing with the Ukraine. Like, I sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. I can't even tell you. Like, watching the Ukrainian wars, and
it was horrible.
I was like, these are innocent people. These are families. They were lining the bodies in the street. It was
with
gut-wrenching.
Hamas like taking over like Israel or whatever, when Hamas like was like enacting their terror and like raping the women and cutting the babies' heads off and laying them in the street, had me sobbing. But we cannot overlook that, because there are people in Palestine that like Gaza and stuff that are like women and children of the same. Two wrongs do not make a right.
Absolutely not.
And us as like the United States and stuff, we are the biggest superpower in the world, and we lead by example. So if anything, we should be calling for a ceasefire and calling for peace more than trying to enact violence.
Absolutely, because I feel like where we do hold the strength, like
we do,
military-wise, like I mean political-wise, every aspect, like the United States definitely is like that centerfold, that center focus, and we've got so much strength and like numbers and military and finances. Like, we hold so much strength, but it is used so poorly.
Oh my gosh, we're like on the same like
soul sisters.
Yes, soul sisters. Because we should be leading. We should be leading the world in everything that we do. We should be leading for peace.
And the sad thing is, we can't even get our own shit together.
Like,
a civil war is so much around the corner. It's not even funny.
It is like. That's so Alec right now.
I was like, oh my God.
I'm like.
My asthma's going.
But God, that's so strong.
I'm gonna piss on
Babe.
her.
And am I the fucking asshole? I mean, am I the asshole?
What in the fuck is a fuck word?
Why am I saying this? Okay.
Hands up to the sky.
I'm about to fly. Okay. Am I the asshole for ruining thousands of kids' Halloween and not feeling bad about it? Alright, this is already a fucking title.
So good, but also fuck the kids.
Yeah, also, fuck them kids.
Yeah.
Loves it.
Loves
okay.
it.
I live in a large neighborhood, about 90 houses. We are what's considered the rich neighborhood. So our neighborhood has always been a hotspot for trick-or-treaters. We used to get about 700 to 1,000 kids a year. I've always loved getting trick-or-treaters because my kids are teens now and don't trick-or-treat anymore. But in the last 4 years, it's gotten ridiculous. These thousands of kids and their parents flooding the streets, people with hay in their it's a spelling. People with hay in their rigs carrying kids around, trampling yards, littering candy wrappers everywhere, and the amounts of small children walking around by themselves in appalling. Oh god,
You're
I
the
hate
asshole for not knowing how to
yeah,
spell.
not knowing how to spell literally. People from the neighborhooding towns of 30,000 people take their kids to my neighborhood. I was annoyed, but I never really did anything about it until 2 years ago. My daughter tripped and broke her arm. We didn't think it was a break, but we wanted to go to the ER anyways to get it checked out. And there were so many people in our neighborhood we couldn't get out. There were cars everywhere lining the streets, parked in people's yards. It was horrible. We had to wait until everyone left about 1 a.m. to go to the hospital. My daughter had to wait in pain for hours. At this point, I was done. I contacted the neighborhood community and we managed to get some folks, cops mostly, to stand at the gate while a list only let certain people in. Folks that lived here, family members, friends, it was wanted to get in. You had to be close to someone in the neighborhood. It was great. There were only about 300 kids in the neighborhood after there was barely any trash, and we're doing it again this year. I recently told my sister what I had done, and she got really angry. When we were kids, we had a trick or treat in other neighborhoods because we lived in a trailer park with no other kids. She told me I was a horrible person to ruin thousands of kids' Halloween. But honestly, I'm not too broken up about it. It was a hazard. If there was a fire or an emergency, no one would be able to get to the help. No one would be able to help us. When I was a kid, there were never any cars lining the streets. The residents could get out if they wanted to, and it was never dangerous. I don't think I'm in the wrong, but I've always respected my sister's opinion. Am I the asshole? Info. There was no one in the cars. They were parked in the middle of the road, and it was yards. So there was no way for me or an ambulance to get through. Unless every driver in that neighborhood had the same type of car. Well, I can't read the rest. It's just so poorly written. So you get what he's saying, like
So
there's so many
basically,
kids in there, like if there's
I
emergency.
think that is this the mom?
I think it's the dad.
Whoever. They're the
Yeah.
fucking asshole because honestly, you're being a Karen stuck up ass bitch. Second
She
of
was
all,
like,
you're like, if you can't figure out a way to get your daughter to the hospital, you're not a good fucking parent because pull out through the grass, swerve around the cars, get where you need to go.
Yeah,
Beep your horn,
if my
people
child
will move.
is her, I'm doing whatever.
Yeah,
it
she
takes
had
to
to
get
wait
them
for
out.
hours in pain. Okay, well then you're not a very good parent because
But then
also
he
if you
put-
would have called an ambulance, the path would have been cleared for you. That's literally the law.
But then they put in quotations, we didn't know if it was really broken. That's what
So
got
you
me
also
so.
gaslit your child.
Yeah, so
Like it's red flags all around from you.
They were just
and like
upset
who
with the
cares?
crowd.
It's Halloween. Kids are gonna have fun. Candy wrappers are gonna be left. That's the shit. That's what happens. Like people are here to have a good time, to have fun with their friends, and yeah, there are people
I just think if
who don't. They literally specifically go to the good neighbors for the good candy. Like that is what it is. Like some people don't grow up in good situations and good places. Like you made a checklist. like it's a fucking
What-
club entrance name on the
what
list only.
makes-
Like, this is Halloween. You don't
Yeah.
own Halloween.
That makes me so upset because it's like that mentality of like, I'm better, we should only have the better kids
Yeah, the
in here.
exclusive kids
Like,
in here.
why should the rich kids get all the good candy? It shouldn't be discriminatory, especially if you're living in like a good neighborhood, a rich neighborhood or whatever. You should be even wanting more of the poor kids to come in there because you should feel better about giving them like good candy and stuff and giving
Yeah, and a
them
good experience.
a good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you control your property. Nobody's allowed to park on your property without your consent.
Yeah, exactly.
So that should be in your control as is. So if people are parking in your space and you couldn't even leave your own driveway, you need to take care of that. That's nobody else's problem. That's yours.
Yeah.
Like, if you're not able to even get people cleared out
I
of your
just feel like
driveway,
this-
then you're being a loser.
I feel like this person is just a rich snob. to be
Yeah, they
honest.
honestly
Like,
seem so
period.
snooty and so Karen. Like, oh, well, I just expect cars to move and life to stop for me and my needs. Like, no, that's not how the world works. People are here having a good time. It's Halloween. You know what it is. Like, it's a huge national holiday every single year. Like, people are going to be out. Sometimes people get hurt on Halloween. It happens. But the fact that you're literally claiming like your daughter sat in pain for hours, you're not a good parent if you let that happen. You would have found a
Yeah.
way to get out of your yard. If you had to drive through the grass a little bit, heaven forbid. Get over it.
Yeah, it did make me upset. I just think the guy's a rich asshole and
For sure.
he's just being a dickhead.
Absolutely. You are the asshole because that's so
So-
ridiculous. Like, you literally had to send out to your community watch program.
Grow
It's
up.
giving dick.
Grow up.
It's giving dick bag.
It's giving small dick bag.
Yeah. It's giving bag full of cocks.
Happy Halloween, motherfuckers.
Happy Halloweenies.
Loves it.
Loves it.
So, okay, so I want to talk about like conspiracy theories because like I feel like I want to do like the end of every podcast with at least like one conspiracy. How do you I'm so dead. I'm so dead. How do you feel about I don't even want to say this one out loud.
Just say it.
No, it's so stupid.
Wait, whisper it to me. Whisper it into my microphone.
I know. Shut up. Okay, Confess a Bear. Flat Earth.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but seriously, people think the fucking Earth is flat.
Their brains are flat.
There
It doesn't even make sense. Okay, think of this. My titties are round like a globe. Therefore, my tits are planet. I am mother. I am woman. Woman is earth. Planet is round. Tits are round. Amen. That would sound logic right there.
Me pissing my pants.
Don't piddle. Do not piddle on
Okay.
camera.
No, but there's... I can't
I'm a
do
celebrity.
This anymore.
I
can't do
still
this.
want crab rangoons.
The fact that people think the Earth is flat, I can't do this.
I'm like, how dumb are you?
The Earth is not flat.
They said the Earth is flat, and so is
But
my
they're
ass.
saying
Amen.
like when you like take like a sextant or whatever and you point it across the planet, it's like flat or whatever.
Can you imagine they take
Or
like
Antarctica, they say that Antarctica is like a ring around it. And if you look up like Antarctica, like on like Google Maps or whatever, there's no longitude, latitude for it, so they think that it's like circling the planet. I can't do this. I can't do this.
if North Pole not round, where's Santa live?
That's how fast the Earth spends miles per hour.
No, that's not real.
No, that's seriously real.
That
That's how
can't be
fast
real.
we're moving right
That
now.
can't be real. 1,000
No,
miles
that's
per hour.
real.
If I literally spun twice in a row right now, I would hit the floor and I wouldn't wake up for 4
No,
days.
that's what I mean. No, seriously, but that's how fast the Earth is spinning.
They really said half of the way to the right.
So if you didn't know this, which I didn't know this until this weekend.
1,000 pussy meters.
Yeah, no. Stop. The Earth spends 1,000 miles per hour. I just found that out. Like, that's fucking crazy.
Wait, but
1,000
if
miles
Earth
per hour.
spin 1,000 miles per hour, how fast do I spin?
Shit, it's probably double then. Should we get up and spin?
Wait, our asses are out.
We're spinning like 3,000 miles per hour right now.
It's giving. She was a fairy.
scary energy.
We're gonna hit the floor. I want crab rangoon.
I'm gonna throw up.
Wait, why can't I stop?
Bitch. I'm spinning still. I can't do this.
Why?
I can't do this.
Why did you fall so dramatically?
I'm gonna fall again.
You took the whole cushion.
This is the last time we drink on a podcast.
This is the last time we tear in tequila ever again.
All right.
Happy
Happy Halloween, you bitches.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
From
We
Lady
love
Gaga
you.
and Ari.
From
Yeah.
Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande. We are signing out.
Yeah.
Bye, hot bitches.
Bye. You took the whole couch off.